Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. You may notice that my voice does not match my model, and the reason for that is this is a voiceover. I did originally post this video with my model and everything played through it all. However, this game sucks. It sucks so bad, and I was going to try and edit it into a funny way and I didn't know how, so I scheduled this post to upload full gameplay with no edits. And then I was like, you know what, that's probably not the best idea, because one, this game is terrible, two, that's not very entertaining and not fair for you guys, and three, it just didn't sit well with me. So I figured what better way to kind of change things up, do a little voiceover, explain the game and what I experienced with it and my issues with it, and kind of go from there. Also, if you hear any sounds, my dog is in the room with me, so if she cries or taps her feet, it's just my dog. So this game, I believe, is called A Night in Prison, and the idea is that you start the game and you wake up in a prison cell. You are given a flashlight and a little note, kind of little spooky atmosphere, and a 3-minute timer at the top of your screen. I thought the 3-minute timer was 3 minutes to get out of prison, and it's kind of like a race on the clock. However, that timer actually signifies when your enemy will spawn. So every 3 minutes these enemies spawn and you are safe in the jail cell, so you can go back into the jail cell, and then after like 10 seconds they disappear. I was just spending my time exploring the prison. I was actually kind of enjoying this part. I wasn't minding it too much, just kind of exploring, because there's a few notes that give you some details on what the kind of story is, what the backstory is, what this place is, kind of like the real stepping stones into the creepy crawliness of this game, the shivers that it gives you up your spine, like what this is all about, because you're reading the letters through the perspective of someone who has been here before and tried to escape themselves. So I was really excited. I was like, cool, this is great. I love storytelling like this, because basically the author of these notes says I will keep writing basically until I die. If you don't see my notes anymore, I didn't make it. I was so excited. I was so excited. And unfortunately, it didn't turn out as good as I hoped. Basically, I just explore and I realize that enemies spawn and I end up dying. I get jumped by these enemies. Oh. How do I get out? Wait, I can't jump, I can't fight back. I didn't know what was happening, and then I restart with the 3-minute timer, and then I slowly realized that after 3 minutes these mobs spawned, and I kind of got the picture. I was dipping in and out between the jail cells and walking the floor. I wasn't here too long, if I'm honest. I wasn't here too long, and eventually I ended up going into that little guard room that had the handcuffs and the monitors and things like that. I made my way into there, and there was a door to the outside, and the door on the outside is full of enemies. So I basically took a leap of faith and went outside. I had a look around. I was trying to run. You do have a stamina bar, but it is so small. You don't run that far or that fast. And I basically got caught out and I died. Ah! Oh gosh. Yeah, they're hitting me. I do have a sprint, but it means nothing. Yeah. What? Normally, I wouldn't care, but my issue is that the enemy is faster than you when you walk. You can't outpace the enemy, and it seems that when you're outside, they're always there. I wasn't really too sure what to do, but unfortunately, after I died the first time, my timer completely broke, and it was just stuck at 3 minutes the entire rest of the time I was playing, which I thought was kind of funny, because I was like, oh, maybe I've broken the game. I can explore the game without any enemies, because the enemies spawn after the 3-minute timer is done. But eventually the enemies did start spawning, and that was also an issue, because obviously enemies spawn every 3 minutes, but without that timer to let me know. how am I gonna know? So I just really was just running around hoping that they wouldn't catch me and they wouldn't spawn in, and for the most part they didn't. I was just trying to explore and find notes and find keys, but outside of the main building that you spawn in, I really couldn't find anything. I ended up finding a tunnel and exploring that for a little bit, and then I got cornered by an enemy and I died. And by that point I was just totally done with the game. I did not want to play anymore, so I stopped. I stopped playing. So about that. So yeah, it wasn't really that fun. I think some of the aspects that made it not that enjoyable was that, one, you are slower than the enemy when you walk. Your stamina and speed and running is not that much. You can't fight back. You can't really do anything other than evade the enemy throughout the timer. There wasn't that much storytelling, world building, things like that. I was a little bit disappointed by that. I was hoping to see a bit more things written on the walls, just random trinkets, things to show you kind of what's happened in the past prior to us, and didn't really get any of that. Also, your general walking speed is quite slow, and so traversing this whole location was really difficult and time consuming, and I just felt like the whole time I was just slogging through the game, just trying to find anything, because everywhere I ended up going was just a dead end with nothing to really guide me. So it was a bit unfortunate in that regard as well. No. No. My dog got the pizza box. But overall, yeah, not a good game. I wouldn't recommend playing it. I'm only uploading this because I thought it might be a good PSA to put out there to people, so that you guys don't get this game and think it might be fun. I do always encourage people to find free games or cheap games, because you really never know. Sometimes you find gems and it's always just fun and silly to try the smaller games, and then sometimes you get duds like this, where I'm sure if it worked well and I was able to get a hang of it, maybe I could have a fun time with it. But for the most part, it was just not enjoyable in the slightest. I didn't really like it at all. And it's unfortunate. But I hope you guys enjoyed my little storytelling of this game and take this as a PSA to not play this game. But in the same breath, if you'd like to play this game and maybe make me eat my words in a sense, please do. Give it a try. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the game, if you did play it, or what you thought of the game just through my commentary here today and the gameplay that you've witnessed. If you liked the video, make sure to like the video, comment down below, subscribe, share the video with people if you'd like to. But also, if you didn't like the video, totally understandable. There's always yesterday's video, or there's tomorrow's video as well. As for Spooktober, we are posting spooky content, hopefully, fingers crossed, every single day. I'm trying my best to get lots of content out for you guys, which should be really fun and cool. But until the next video, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day / night, wherever you're from, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So bye everyone. Bye bye. Bye.